Hello and welcome, Exiles, to my day one update to the Pyroclast Saboteur. Now, we ended up finishing the day getting our two Watchstones in about, it was about 10 hours, a little bit less than 10 hours. It's 9:48. I went and did a tournament with the Trial Ancestors to get my foot in the door of trying out the League mechanics, so I spent a little bit of time there. Really cool thing happened. We got really lucky and we actually dropped ashes on our Quest Eater, so today, or this league is the league where I get to be lucky for my first kill, which is pretty cool. Consider I did like 15 practice runs and I didn't get any of the cool amulets. It's nice I dropped it on league start, so I'm pretty happy about that. Good way to end the day. For the character, what did we do? I started out with Hrimnor's Resolve just to solve freeze and chill early on. I want to swap this out as fast as possible once I get my Pantheon for Brine King set up for immune to freeze and reduction of chill effect. We have our March of the Legion right now. It's a +4. +5 was a little bit out of my price range when I bought it. Unfortunately, or not fortunately, fortunately, I hit crit chance, which means it's about the damage of a +5, I think, or close to it. Maybe not quite. Maybe 100% crit chance isn't that good, but this enchant, very good for a mind-based character because it never counts as us doing the crit unless we crit with like our Frostblink or our Shield Charge or something. That's nice. And then an item I completely had forgotten about, Song Stratagem. This isn't great for our evasion rating, but it's really, really strong for our mitigation against spells. This 30%, actually, I believe it might stack additively with Born in the Shadows, which ends up meaning even outside of our suppress, we're reducing spell damage by like 50%. Actually, when I went to do the Exarch fight, if you check my VOD, I was able to just stand there and tank the Annihilation thing. And I think that was largely due to Kongmings. I just dropped this. I had forgotten it existed. I didn't even have it on my recommendations because I forgot about it. This thing pairs amazingly with Saboteur, and I'd strongly recommend it. The downside right now, or the reason that we're dying currently, is my evasion's just kind of terrible. I only have about 11k evasion and then close to 20k with a Jade Flask. Over the next day, I have a couple goals, which is A, get better evasion. I'm thinking about going for maybe a Kintsugi. That would help patch up our evasion nicely, as well as upgrading my helmet and gloves and getting more evasion on the gear, increasing our aura effect, stuff like that. All things to help our evasion, get that number up, maybe get a Dread Banner into the build to make enemies less accurate. Stuff like that I'm going to look into, improve our weapon for damage. Those are the day 2 steps I'm going to look at doing. But for right now, I'll give you a little showcase of what it looks like doing a Spider Forest T15. Yeah, T15 map. A little update showcase of what the build looks like now that we have Eater and Exarch completed. I actually ended up putting in a Blessing with the Kongmings. We actually get a decent amount of energy shield. So I thought it would be worth to go ahead and add in the Blessing here just for a little bit more damage. I have a casting damage taking a Mortal Call. I'm not really sure if I have all the gem setups the way I want, but for the most part, I'm just chilling and having fun running around with Pyroclast Mine. My throat's pretty destroyed from, having streamed 10 hours straight or whatever it was. Maybe it's close to 13 hours at this point. It's been a long day for me, so I apologize for the raspy scratchiness of my voice currently. But yeah. As for silver coins and the mechanic, in case you're wondering my opinion on it, I just tested out. From what I can tell, it appears it's a tournament system where you get to fight harder and harder opponents as you succeed in matches. So initially I was fighting pretty weak opponents. I didn't start that or try it out until I had finished Eater and Exarch, so I was way over leveled. But from what I can tell, it appears like it's a mechanic where the guys you're fighting with, the little dudes you're putting on your team, actually do kind of matter a lot in terms of completing the engagements. And I think it's very useful to have them be the ones taking out the totems, while I was the guy going around and destroying all of the dudes, assaulting and trying to take out my totems or our pieces on the board, so to speak. That was the idea that made sense to me when I was playing it. And then on top of that, because if basically the way it works is there's 2 sides of the boards, and you channel on the totems to destroy them, and if you get hit while you're channeling, you get a really long, like 6-second stun. So it's nice if you can have your own little minions taking out the thing while you're just destroying the enemies as they spawn, kind of like spawn camping. Sorry, anyways, I don't know why I went on the tangent about the League mechanic. I was just trying it out. Seems like it's gonna have decent rewards. The tattoos, I don't know if you guys looked at the tattoos, but the tattoos seem really cool. I just got a tattoo that replaces a small passive 10 for 4 all attributes, which is a pretty interesting change. It effectively allows you to specialize more into maybe one attribute over the other, which I think is neat. As well as there are a lot of cool ones I saw while going through and just looking at the various possibilities for what can nice chain here. Nice. And a Minotaur. That's a cool way to end the day. We'll do a Minotaur map. Probably tomorrow. I want to go to bed. So anyways, this is the Pyroclast Saboteur update. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And then tomorrow, either I sell my ashes and I have enough money to just go straight for the Hex Blast, or I'll just have a little bit better version, kind of what I had in the guide video preview. We'll see what happens. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching. Take care, Exiles, and peace.